Okay, and we are live. So, yesterday we finished our run of Shadow Empire, which was a success. And I thought because I have a game on my radar, I thought we'd play one of the other games developed by the same developer, Battle Brothers. Let me just get the game on screen, because we'll be talking all about the game. Boop. Oh, game. Battle Brothers. Hello? Hello? Hey, there it is. Okay, so I've been taking a look at this game here, Menace, which is to be developed by the same developers. It's a tactical squad shooter strategy game thingy-mabob, and it was supposed to be released in the Q3 of 2025, which is either financial quarter 3, which would have ended in June, or the third quarter of the year, which would end in September. Which means that it's technically probably kind of maybe gonna be releasing soon. I guess, maybe. But there's no actual release date, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be delayed. But that just gives me a better excuse to play the precursor game, Battle Brothers, released in 2015? Question mark? Another strategy game, here centered around small scale skirmishes, and shield-based combat, shield wall-based warfare. I don't know what you want to call it. Shield wall-based warfare. Anyway, hello, Defined MechWarrior, welcome back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so in this game you'll be running a mercenary company, taking on contracts, doing tactical combat, and it's really good, which is why we want to play it. And also, is probably gonna help us when we play Menace, maybe, kind of, hopefully, so we can only have fun. We'll be playing the campaign the most default thing possible. Our goal is to finish the first crisis. The game's balance, if you can call it that, is that unless you're playing a super mega optimally, an average player should, if they're successful, should be able to clear their first end game crisis, which is like a whole mechanic unto itself. For our purposes, it just means that this is what we're going to be aiming for our campaign. If we reach the end of the first end game crisis, and I feel like we're doing well, if we're like crushing it, we might keep going, but if we just barely scraped by, we'll end the campaign there in a success, and if not, then we'll have to restart. I'm pretty sure today we're going to be seeing a lot of restarts as we try and do our initial starting campaign again and again and again until we get a good, until we succeed, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, let's get started. Boop, new campaign. Do we do the tutorial? It does give a good story as to how things are playing out. I think we'll do that. You're a second in command in a mercenary company that has been tracking a brigand named Hoggart for some time now. An unexpected turn of events leaves the company in shatters, and you in charge to rebuild it to its former glory. Recommend for new players that include some helpful guidance at the beginning. Sure. Random late game crisis. Let's change our company name. What should we call it? How about the red... Well, can we get a red banner? That's decent. Yeah. How about the red... I don't know, swordsmen? Hired people? Mercenaries? Red swordsmen. Yeah, that works. I guess we'll... in that case, I guess we'll have to get swords for our companions. Permit discussion, that won't be affecting us. Do I go for beginner difficulty? I think for the stream we'll go with beginner, unless I'm crushing it. In which case we'll just restart. Let's say we give like... I'm gonna go with beginner difficulty because I feel like that's what I'd be able to play on Iron Man mode. Just so it's fun. We'll see. Let's start. We shall see. That I hope. Unless we're stuck on this loading screen forever. I mean, it's pretty to look at. Oh, hello. Oh, hey. It all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hoggard the Weasel and his band of raiders, but it was them who found you first, an ambush, some jokes about horses, cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Men holler and scream, a great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapon with the rest of your men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side, and you shout in pain. A harried glance sees the men charge without you, to make a valiant last stand, meet in force, as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last nod before his throat is cut. You're left in command now, of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with all the will you can muster, slowly rise again. Let's go! Oh, that's one dead. Captain... bleh, he's dead. Okay, well, this is supposed to be the tutorial. Let's see, what do we have? Hoggard the Weasel over there, who has low morale. So this is the game. Let me try and explain the basics first. This is the game, the combat system at least, which we'll be spending a lot of time in. We have action points, skills, which are usually, attack, defend, that kind of stuff. The game's combat, in short, they got big heads. That's where you can see all the damage they get. The game, in short, relies a lot on armor, stamina, and positioning for combat. So we'll see later, but for now, let's just try and, survive. You can see these guys have some armor. This guy doesn't have any head armor, so if we hit him in the head, he's probably going to be dying in one shot. This guy has some more decent armor. We have a crossbow. It bypasses armor, usually. This guy over there, he's wounded, but our crossbow doesn't reach. 50% chance to hit this tug. 40% chance... This guy has less armor. Let's take him out. Never mind, we missed. Well, step back. He's gonna run away, alright. As you can see, we have the action points. Heavy weapons exist. Every action we take generates fatigue. Every turn that passes reduces fatigue, but usually you'll be having more fatigue than you can recuperate. Which means that in long, drawn-out combat, you'll really have to be careful with your fatigue stuff, as your men will be tired and won't be able to swing their weapons and that kind of stuff, or defend themselves. Let's see. He's gonna rush us. I just need to block my archer, so he stays defended. And we can have a special skill, Spear Wall. Anybody who gets close to us has to make a check to bypass the spear. Ooh, he got into melee range with our big, great weapon. Bonk him. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Got split in half. Hit the head and the armor. He's pretty wounded. And also because he took a lot of damage, he got a wound, a deep abdominal cut. That's a thing, that's a mechanic that happens. Shoot him. Damn it, we missed. Spear guy? Keep spearing. Yeah, so these guys are trying to avoid the spear, so they're going north. Which is fine, because that means that this guy's not attacking. Ugh. Decapitated. Ooh, he got shot. And has a pierced chest. Meaning he has a big debuff. Yeah. He's only attacking once per turn. Blech. Easy. I mean, that's the tutorial, but still. So you saw the basics. We do our skills to attack. They do their skills to attack. Positioning is really important. Wounds and such. Armor. Armor is massive in terms of like scaling your company. Basically, you can tell how late in the game you are by how much armor you got. Basically. We can lose some weapons. You're alive. You won. The adrenaline fades, and in its wake, you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow's shaft. Your chest heaves, pain for breath. Everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men, and that bastard Hoggard did justice to his name, fleeing like the weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind. It's Leaf. I think that's the big axe guy, who sits down beside you, bedding his bloodied axe on his leg. You turn to him to reply, but before he can answer, he continues. Bernard's dead. They slit his throat. I mean, not really. He was crushed by the guy with the flail. He was a good man and a damn good leader, but all it took was one mistake. To make you the one in charge now, don't it? Otwin the Older, the guy with the spear, joins the two of you, still breathing heavily. Yeah, so every character you have, they have their own stats, their own specialties, their own background, which influences what they do in events and stuff. Save the ceremony and anointment for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and return to Hofshag to collect our pay. The Weasel's men are slain, after all. Besides, Captain, we ought to see that wound before we lose you too. We want to leave Otwin the Older in charge, right? So we're supposed to go back to the village that hired us. This world is very... I don't know, I'd call it like German fairy tale style, where everything sucks. Everything sucks and it's awful in this world. You'll see as we take on other contracts. So this is the other screen we'll be seeing a lot, the map screen. We get to manage our company, hire people, spend our money for supplies. Because combat is ended, we can see here we have our money, our supplies, which is people eat, tools, which is what people need to use to repair their weapons and armor, ammo for people who have ammo, medicinal supplies, so people who get wounds need this to be healed. Yeah, that's basically it, yeah. We're going fast. I feel like I'm going fast. But this is just a tutorial, so yeah. What a sorry display it must be for the onlookers as you arrive in Hofshag. 4 bloodied men and beaten mercenaries down on their luck. The man who hired the company days ago, Elmer the Elder, no doubt expected you to return in a more glorious fashion. Instead, welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine, while a servant fetches a healer. Few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man with shaky hands tends to your wounds. A pin pierces your skin, the first of the many stitches to come. You grit your teeth till you think you hear one break. Elmer the Elder sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hoggart. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push into your wound. You nod and he does so. For a moment, that's all there is. You're not a man, but a pinch of fire. Flesh from flame, a gallon of pain. Bleh, a gallon of... What the dog says. Elmer the Elder hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, sellswords. The brigands have been removed. There's a shame that Hoggart still lives. We expect to be paid for this. Elmer the Elder gasps. Well, naturally, 400 crowns is agreed upon. He gestures towards a servant who rushes to your side with the pay in hand. I wonder, may I make use of your services one more time? I'd very much like to end the headache that is Hoggart once and for all. And I'll pay you again, of course, another 400 crowns, shall we say. Leaf scoffs and turns to drink more wine, but Absbjorn stands to speak. The company is in ruins, but we will rebuild it. Without the Red Swordsmen... Oh, the Red Swordsmen. Singular. I forgot to put an S at the end. Oh well. Without the Red Swordsmen, Leaf would drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets. And Otwin the Older, by the gods, we all know he'd be chasing the womenfolk until one stove is rotted dead in. We need the Red Swordsmen. It's all we have. What say you, Captain? Leaf burps and raises his cups to you. Otwin the Older playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Got a bastard Hoggart or not? It's up to you, Captain. Yeah, we're gonna finish the tutorial. Elmer the Elder clasps his hands in satisfaction. Excellent, my little birds. We'll need some time to find where Hoggart is hiding his hide now. In the meantime, I suggest you see about stocking about supplies. Blah blah blah. As you leave Elmer the Elder's house and stand on the outskirts of Hofshag, Asbjorn seeks a word with you. We need more men, Captain. I know I gave a big speech back there, but bravado won't do shite. We need more warm bodies in the ranks. Figure we find 3 good men, buy them some decent weapons, and dress them in the best armor we can afford. Then pauses and glance around. I bet this Bodunk town's got a desperate peasant or two looking for a new life. Or we could travel to Hofshags in the west. Them city folks aren't always as hardy as these country bumpkins, but we're more likely to find men with fighting experience stopping to rest there too. So now we gotta rebuild. We gotta hire a couple of people. Here we have Gunnar the Sick, a beggar. He has an unknown character trait. We can try them out to discover the character trait, or just hire them straight out. We have a farmer. No matter the weather, a farm needs working. Robert carries the stocky frame best used for planting, harvesting, and surviving winters. As the weather soured this harvest, the farmer decided to choose a vocation not wholly based on the whims of Mother Nature. Robert shares a lot in common with drought animals, just point him the right way. Well, he's more expensive than the beggar, but these two guys have a high hiring fee. But I think that might be because they're better. Let's try them out. No character traits. You have short-sighted. Okay, so don't give him a ranged weapon. And Iron Jaw. He gets less injuries. They're hired. What about Gunner the Sick? He is superstitious, so he has less resolve against resolve aka morale. Let me look at my characters. You can see their stats, armor, health points, action points, which usually won't be increasing, fatigue, which I can increase by leveling up, resolve, which is how when people are like surrounded or they see somebody else die, somebody on their own side die, they can get a resolve check, and if they fail it, they get wavering, or their morale is low. If their morale is low, they get debuffs. So yeah, the initiative, how fast you act, melee skill to hit, range skill to hit again, melee defense to avoid hitting, range defense once again, and the rest is based on your weapons. So we want people with good stats. This guy, oh, he's decent-ish. All these guys are level 1 and they have really high stats. That's what your starting people usually are. They're really strong in their skills. Here we give our hired farm worker, who has super high initiative, decent-ish melee, and high fatigue. He could be a good, like, heavily armored person. And the other person I just hired, just as good with melee weapons, but he only has skills in range weapons. And he has very, very, very high initiative. Alright. I'm gonna give them shields. This guy's a pitchfork. We still need one more person. Also, let me buy some stuff. The armor for both of them. Hats for both of them. A hatchet. A club. Oh, they already had hats. Well, they'll be good for the next guy. I'm not gonna be hiring the beggar, I think. They'll just die. Pessimistic. Minus resolve again. Okay, yeah, he's not good. We can go over there to Holschlag. A bigger town. So because the size of towns determine the stuff like the price of brigand hunters. Huh. 5 of them. I don't think we can take them on. So let's try and avoid them. Yeah. So towns, sizes, conquer. Already? Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and conquer the city, just like we did in Shadow Empire. But yeah, so towns have their size that make them have specialties. So for example, bigger towns get bigger side buildings, they get bigger, they get both more expensive prices, but also have the potential for less expensive prices if everything goes well. Small towns usually have cheap stuffs, but not a lot of it. Economy-wise, that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's go to the town. As Holschlag's skyline appears on the horizon, Otwin the Older seeks a word with you. I've been to Holschlags before, but I have been around the ones that looks like a lot like it. Cities like these are great for selling goods, as all these prissy, pompous pricks love to have their goods delivered. With so many merchants, you can find almost everything you need too. Keep an eye out for bargains and don't get swindled by them cutthroat merchants. Leaf seems fit to have his own opinion. If there's a good tavern, I say that is where we should go first. Nothing helps a man down on his luck more than a good pint. God knows we've earned it. Otwin the Older shakes his head. You say that every time we stop into town. You say that even when you're already drunk. Right, is he a drunkard? Leaf. Death Wish. So he's not gonna be losing morale if he gets hurt. Cocky. Higher resolve, but less defense. Everybody's feeling bad right now. Swift. More range defense. Bloodthirsty. All kills are fatalities. Ooh. Which means that if he has a sword, for example, he will always decapitate his foe. Or if he has like a, I don't know, like a mace, he'll always crush their head, which is useful against special opponents. I'm gonna put the archer in the back line. Alright. Here's a new town. They have a tavern. They had ambushed trade routes, so it means that they're gonna have high prices and low amounts of stuff to sell. So I don't think it's a good idea to shop here. Let's see, what do we have? A beggar. Ooh, a veteran. A retired soldier. He has high skills, but he's gonna have some debuff in his traits. And he has good equipment, but we can't afford them. An archer, a poacher, or a full-on hunter. Hunters are usually good with ranged weapons. What do we have? A butcher. A lumberjack. As a lumberjack, Halfrich was never seen without either axe or wood on his shoulder. He worked hard every day, but it was honest work. Over time, strange creatures began to appear in the woods. One villager after the other disappeared, some moved away. After a long night with no sleep, he decided it was time for him to leave as well. With nothing to live off, he was desperate to join a traveling mercenary company. He has a high hiring price, but I think it's going to be good for us. Higher. Let's see. He has decent melee skill, better than my farmers. He has skills in ranged weapons, which is not good. Little stars like these mean that every time they level up, they're guaranteed to get good stats on these. The more stars, the better. So for example, this guy over here, he has 3 stars initiative. It means he's going to be super mega fast. He has okay HP, okay fatigue. He'll be alright. I mean, he's not, you know... It's like they're God, I don't know, soldiers, God mercenaries, God brothers. That's what you call them. It's not that they're a God roll, but we'll take them. Better than nothing. I can get a shield. Ooh, some actual armor. Expensive. And some shields. That's all the money we had. Okay, here's some shield. Upgrade, equivalent. Do I give this armor to him? Who's good, actually? You, Leaf. Get some decent armor. And you're in the back? The heavier the armor, the more fatigue it takes away from their bar. Which means that super mega heavy armored people usually don't... they either need to be specialized in heavy armor or they'll be really slow and sluggish. Okay, let me sell some stuff too because they'll get somewhat decent prices. I have to return. And here we are. Elmer the Elder is pacing back and forth when you find him. The healer who damn near killed you with a fire poke is standing nearby. He's picking up chunks of dried blood out of his fingernails. Elmer the Elder claps his hand. Finally, you're here. I have good news. We got a hold of one of Hogarth's former men. My good friend here has had a nice talk with the man, and now I know where Hogarth's licking his wounds. The healer clears his throat, splaying his fingers out like a maiden looking to paint them. He speaks as though he is identifying a disease he's about to excise. The brigand known as Hogarth is hiding in a small hut on the hills to the southeast of here. Based upon my most civil discussion with one of his men, Hogarth knows the Red Swordsman is on his heel. I've gathered some more men since the last time we met him. Good luck, Sellsword. We'll return with his head. Let's get him. Yeah, so sometimes contract give you these little locations you have to assault. Happens. A few brigand thugs and 1 poacher. So, how this works is that if the enemy... so, I think that's a thing. If the enemy has more ranged fighters than you, they won't engage. You'll have to rush them down because they'll just hold up and try to pepper you with arrows to weaken you. So we'll just have to see if our guys or their guys are more powerful in terms of ranged combat. Oh, and we have some terrain. This here splits the army into 2. I mean the field into 2. If I let the enemy come to us, they might get spread out. Okay. Let's wait. We can either wait or end our turn. I'm gonna end our turn on everybody but with the ranged guy. Is that Hogarth? Yeah. If you have the range advantage, why give it up? Yeah, exactly. Same thing for us, really. Oh! Advance. Stab this guy. Nice. We got through his armor. Axe guy. You go here, and the next turn you can attack this guy. He's wavering now. They're going for the south to get to my ranged unit. Engage. Bonk him. Range unit, move up a bit. And attack the other ranged guy. No, attack the other ranged guy. We missed. Okay, so when we encircle somebody like this, we get every peer. So it's like with the Shadow Empire. When you have multiple units attacking from multiple sides on somebody, they get a bonus to hit. So for example, here we can see that we have I don't know the breakdown, but because this guy's surrounded, we get a bigger chance to hit than we usually would. And we miss. Bonk. Harper comes in. Ouch. Let's kill this guy. Decapitated. Oops, no, don't end the round. No, whoa, wrong button. You move up. And push Hoggart away. So he has to move again. The archer has to position himself. Ooh, we dodged 2 axe blows. Kill this guy and rush the archer. You attack Hoggart. Hey, it worked. I pushed him away because if he was right next to my men, we'd have a chance to for friendly fire. But because he was all by himself, we can just shoot him without any risks. I'm gonna wait. You get back. Let's see if we can bait Hoggart to get next to my axe guy. Shoot him. We missed. He blocked with his shield. Get the archer. I'm gonna go with spear wall, so he tries to go around the spear wall here. Let's see if it works. It didn't work. He's gonna go ahead and protect his ranged unit. That's fine. Let's just step back. Step back. We can just wait him out. Okay, I can try to go for the Brigand Poacher, and maybe we hit Hoggart too. Never mind. Or we don't. Raise your shield. Makes you harder to hit. They're just getting tired over there, basically. Hide behind the guy with the shield, though. No, don't. You have a shield. Move up. Raise it. You have a small shield. You can't raise it. He doesn't have unlimited arrows. He will run out eventually. My archer is starting to get fatigued. All the shooting. Let's keep waiting. We clearly have the advantage over here. Actually, you know what? We can try and rush Hoggart down. Just surround him a bit. Up. The guys with the axes can try and break his shield. He's gonna stay here to defend the archer. Archer's gonna shoot somebody. Good thing it missed. Here we are. We're not gonna engage. Actually, you know what? We can go and try and get the archer. And if I go next to Hoggart, we can block him from moving. Up. Okay, so now the archer can't shoot because we're in melee range. He has to switch to a melee weapon. Or try to shoot. I think you just straight up can't shoot when somebody in melee is next to you. Ouch. Okay, kill the archer. Boom, he's dead. You got a mace. We can try the bonk skill, knockout, which is has a 75% chance to stun if we hit him. Can we hit him? No. If I move, I can try and go for the big axe move, or I can break his shield. Break his shield. Boom, no shield. And bonk him. Keep bonking. Oof. Got a wound. Ouch. Shoot him. He's dead. Huzzah! Well, that worked out. Then we got a couple of guys pretty badly injured. Oh, we got a sword, a falchion. Some hatchets. A signet ring, which was worth 200 monies. A bow, some monies. Stuff. We get loot. Hoggart lies dead in a pool of his own blood, skewered into a grotesque and panicked pose. He didn't weasel his way out of this one. You put a boot on his corpse, looked to your men. For the company, for all the men who've fallen. Otwin the Older spits on the dead man's face. Let's take this bastard's head and get back to Hofschlag. That's a different name, isn't it? Hofschlag? Isn't it? No, it's the same name. I just forgot the name of the city for a moment there. Anybody leveled up? Otwin the Older joins your side. Got a moment, Captain? You nod for him to speak his mind. The battle has left some gear worse for wear, and some of the men got a good nicking too. We can patch up both men and equipment while marching, but it's a lot faster to set down and do it. Of course, if we make camp, we should be away from ambushes. Yeah, so we can make camp to make our repairs and wound healing faster if we need to. The return to Hofschlag. The company returns to Hofschlag as victors, their heads held much higher this time. The Red Swordsmen are not the size that they once were, but they're still a force to be reckoned with, as Hoggart learned his final moments. You carry his head in a sack that you empty in front of Helmer the Elder's feet. He jumps back, but the healer quickly picks the head up, stares at it, and nods. Helmer the Elder approaches the brigand's bloodied face and eyes it carefully. Yes, that is his ugly mud. That's his ugly mug, all right. Servants, pay this man his money. Coin in hand, you raise your voice to the man. As long as there is blood coursing through our veins, as long as we can hold swords and shield, there shall stand our company. All throughout the realms, people will know the Red Swordsman. The men cheer. Asbjorn puts his hand on his shoulder. You did well, Captain. No matter where you lead us, the men will follow you as brothers in battle. As brothers. Okay. That was the tutorial, basically. We went to a couple of fights. We got to recruit men and manage the company somewhat. Hey, they leveled up. Who gets the sword? Asbjorn here has high stats. Okay, so spears, their skill, trust, has a 20% chance to hit bonus. Swords, their skills, stab, slash, get a 10% bonus chance to hit. And the rest, hatchets and the like, they get a zero. They just get 0% extra bonus hit. But instead they get additional hit on the head. Flails. Wait, that's a hand hex. That's a tier 2 axe. Okay, so weapons come in tier. So you have, like a basic sword. The falchion's a tier 2. Here we have hatchets, and that's an hand axe. So you can see it does more damage. It has more effect against armor. Interestingly enough, it's just better, just straight up better. So that's why it comes in tiers. Armor is a bit more complicated. Weapons is more straightforward. Anyway, so somebody who's bad or low on melee, you with the mace, get the spear instead. Should make them hit more often. Okay, Leaf with a great axe. He's gonna be our great weapon person. Yeah, keep getting stats. Melee attack and melee defense are usually good to invest in unless you have bad points. I'm gonna go ahead and give him initiative. And our first perk. Let's see. Melee big hitters like him, they want survivability because usually when they move, they can't attack and move in the same turn. And if they do attack, they want to hit because they can only attack once per turn. So let's see. Facilitation. Stacking 10% chance to hit for every miss. That's good. It's actually really good, but with our heavy weapons guy, it's not so good. Crippling Strikes. Lowers the threshold to inflict injuries by 32%. That's pretty good because he already does massive damage. Colossus, you get 25% hit points. That's good because we want him to survive being in melee for a bit. 9 lives. Once per battle, upon revising a killing blow, survive instead with a few hit points left and have all damage over time effects cured. Next hit is likely to kill you for sure. But then you get a bonus to defensive stats. So if somebody is about to die, they get a big boost. They don't die, and they get a boost to defense, which is okay. But if your guys are in a position to get killed, then they're probably gonna get killed next turn. So get more slots for bags if you want to switch stuff mid-fight. You can move more with this. Adrenaline puts you first in the turn order on the next round. That's good for this guy. I can wait him out. Wait until the enemy does all of their attacks. Position him on one turn. Activate this skill. The next turn he attacks first. Recover unlocks the recover skill, so you can reduce your fatigue by 50%. That's pretty good. And here we can skip a perk, gain 20% more XP, and you get your perk back if you make it to level 11. I think I'm gonna go with Adrenaline to do the trick I just said. Over here with the crossbow. Get initiative, hit point, and get crippling facilitation or crippling strike. Oh, thank you for the follow. New run, indeed. We just started. I'm not exactly a Battle Brother expert. Just like on the RimWorld, I wasn't a RimWorld, expert. But I hope I can do a good showcase, a showing. Anyway, crossbow. I think I'm gonna go with crippling strikes on DLCs. Yeah, all the DLCs. but no mods. I usually don't play with mods. Well, now we're in the free play. We finished the DLC, and it's time to do our own thing. I saw I was in Hochelaga that they had 2 contracts up. When you have 1 contract, you can't pick up a new contract. So you have to do it one at a time. Let's see what they had. Our supplies are looking decent enough. What do they got? Tourisman the Younger angrily shakes his head. Brigands have been tearing up these parts for far too long. I sent a lad, Casimir's son, to go find them, and you know what? Only his head came back. Of course the idiot brigands sent one of their own to deliver it. We captured and interrogated them, so now we know where they're at. I do not have the men, but I do have the crowns. Why I say I slip some your way and you slip a sword's theirs. Money. Pay me more. Hey, we get paid. Could you get one of your characters? I guess so. What do you want to call them? How about... Alpritch I like the name of. Robert. That's a generic name. Kicks? Sure. Let's just name him Kicks. Boop. Easy. Okay, so where are the bandits? I didn't pay attention. Oh, they got a location. The Bronze Nest. Oh, it's a camp. It was a one skull mission, but I'm worried about attacking a fortified camp. We only have 1 archer. We'll see. We'll see how it looks like. You think it's more enjoyable if your characters have some stories and background? Well, that's why I try and at least read their background at the very least. Let's see. And doing quests and farming money. Brigands. I mean, so far everybody... We have a woodsman who saw weird things in the forest and left. Was desperate to join a company. We have 2 farmers who got bad harvests in the same village. And the rest are our companions from that tutorial we just got. Which is why I do like the tutorial, because it gives a nice character to your characters. I'm gonna skip. They don't have ranged weapons, huh? What if we just wait? Let me see if they just come to us. Yeah, they do. They don't have any ranged characters. They're not gonna stay behind the walls. Oh, maybe. Oh. This guy we're killing. Kill him. Ooh, good. Okay, next, I want to get my line here. Damage his shield. You move. Attack this guy. We miss. I think you already go first, so you don't need adrenaline. Bonk him. You with the sword move up. Get this guy. Nice. Nice. This guy in the back line is going to be an issue. He can damage us really good. Ouch. Can I go here? Like this guy. And we miss. Amazing. Okay, he's almost given up. You need to get away from this. This is a bad situation right there. Can I push both? No. Disengage! Hey, we did it. Okay. Murdered. Ooh, everybody got a big debuff. Lost morale. I think, okay, almost all. Push this guy. Next to the pitchfork. Get him. Now he has a debuff to attack. Well, he still hit, but now he has a debuff to hit. Kill the 50 bandit peasants. I'll do my best. Not because we're in melee range, he has a debuff to attack with his long weapon. Break his shield. Boom, broken. Dang it, 60% we missed. He hasn't hit any of his shots. This guy's surrounded. Kill him. Dead. He's got a bigger debuff to hit. He might even break soon. Kill him. Ooh. Dang, they're injured. Boom! He's broken. He's gonna try and flee next time. Moved more. And he broke too. Because we keep getting our troops next to them and they get surrounded, they get a check. A morale check, or whatever it's called. Now they're just gonna try and run away. You move. Yep, you got a morale check fail. Let's wait. You can just kill him. And he's broken. Nice. Just attack. Bonk him. Bonk this guy too. Bonk. Dead! The guy laying on the ground might have some scratches. Maybe. Anything good in here? Not really. Eh, we can use the shields. Oh, you know what? I had a ring I could sell over there. They should be paying good prices, I think, because of their input. Oh! As is customary, you assemble your men to explain the company's next steps. Brothers, the Red Swordsmen, must show the world we are forged of a hotter fire than other mercenary bands. As our reputation grows, so will the influx of crowns to our coffers. Okay, so that's another system. Let us forge our path to greatness. As you do missions and these little objectives here, you get more reputation. And the higher reputation you get, the more money you get. And I think the more difficult enemies get, but I'm not sure about that one. We need allies. Forging a bond of friendship and trust with one of the towns will get the company better prices. So as you do contracts with one settlement, you get relation with them, they give you better prices. We could try and get somebody to be happy with us. Or, they south of the wilderness, discover the unknown and plunder it, be it a wizard's tomb, goblin camp, or aught else we may find. Discover a location and plunder it. Are we near? Hey, look at that. Okay, I can try and explore over here. Discover a ruin or hostile camp and destroy it. Does it count if it's a contract? On your own, never mind. We'll just go out and explore a bit. It's early game, so I'm hoping that we get something easy. Hopefully. Return to Hochlag and talk to Turisman the Younger. The details of the journey are simple. You kill the brigands. He nods, smiling tersely, before handing over your payment as agreed upon. Okay, can I sell the ring I just got? Hey, good prices. Let me do the equipment. I want... That's just better. That's better. Is this better? 30, 30. Nope. We can go with short swords on the guy with a hatchet. There's a better chance to hit. I wish that this game had multiplayer with all the mercenary companies being players. I guess. I'm not sure that what would that change that much. It's like an interesting. It's like a Mountain Blade, basically. But you wouldn't be fighting. Would you be fighting all the other mercenary companies for their loot? Oh, also better shield. Good. And we can sell the rest. They got decent prices in this town. How do you know what the prices are good? You go in here, you say worth, and the actual item's worth. So if it's below their worth, also you're not sure you're new to the game. Ah, so if you know about decent prices, you go here, you check their worth. If it's under their worth, it's good. But for example, here it's worth 180. That's a trade good, for example. We definitely would want this to be under its worth, or at least at its worth, because trade goods are meant to be traded for money. And we buy food because we're gonna go out and explore. And tools. Oh, and then here's some armor. Gambison. Let me equip this armor. We need to be careful not to run out of money. Up. Up. And you got something slightly better in this thick tunic. And they leveled up too. You. Melee skill is alright. Fatigue. Ooh, resolve. High resolve. It can be good to have high resolve. So for most of my characters at level 1, I'm gonna take fast adaptation, because if you miss, it just straight up gives you a +10 to hit. So it just makes the odds in your advantage. You learn that it was on your mistakes when you're bankrupt after buying grains for 90 gold. Oof. Same thing here, we're gonna get a fast adaptation because it just gives you more odds to hit. Ooh, that's not a good level to... That doesn't look good. He's gonna be like a tank. Up. Over here, that's alright. HP. There we go. Yeah, so fast adaptation, if you miss, you get a +10 to hit. And it stacks infinitely until you hit. So it just means that eventually you're gonna hit, or die. Which it's usually what happens anyway. Either you hit or you die. Okay, let's go out and explore for our objective. We do want more reputation because it'll make contracts pay better. If we just had more reputation, for example, for this, even if we don't have, like, for example, friendly relation... Ooh. Webnecks. Spooders. Let's fight... Let's not... We want to fight them for XP. Fight them. So we're not paid for it. So we got some spooders here. They're gonna web your soldiers if they get close. The real trick is if they web your soldiers, you gotta unweb them, because if they're webbed, they get a massive bonus to damage when they attack them. Ooh, this one's gonna die. I need to move here and use adrenaline for next turn. Boom, dead. Easy. They have a high ground, but we gotta rush them down. Make sure not to leave anybody alone. Otherwise I got webbed. Best tactic in this game, you think, is to have the shield wall in the first line with spears on the sides, some javelins and blades, and the back 3 or 4 archers and crossbows. That's good, that's decent, but I prefer to have lots of melee fighters who rush down the enemy, like we just did over here. Well, the shield wall does have its purposes, especially if you have a strong backline, you want a shield wall front line, for example. Here we have a really weak backline of one guy with a crossbow. So we gotta push. Boom! This guy just gave up. He just gave up on life. Okay, that's a web. That's another web. Gotta undo the webs. Move here and undo the webs. There we go. Undo the webs. If you unweb yourself, they're just gonna waste their turns webbing you again. Unweb my guy, please. There we go. And this guy tries to run away and dies. Ouch. They attack us, but don't do much damage since we're not webbed. They're kind of weak, unless you're webbed, in which case they're lethal. We miss. We miss. And he's dead. Easy. Because they're on the high ground, get a buff. They get a chance, a buff to their defense, but that's fine. Not very dangerous as is. Adrenaline, please. Attack. Boom! They attack us, but don't do any damage. Please kill it. Boom! Easy. We get some loot. Poison glands. That's one of the DLCs, I think, that lets you have special loot and you can craft stuff with this loot and you can sell it. At least we didn't do this fight for nothing. Anybody leveled up? Hey, look at that. It was worth it. That's not a good level, but okay. High initiative. No, give me health, actually. Health, initiative, fatigue. And you also get the fast adaptation, so you can hit more often. And keep going. We're just supposed to discover location and loot it. And hopefully, because it's like day 1, this is day 2, the location we discover should be kind of weak, I hope. Goblins down there, that's not good. I don't want to fight goblins. Oh, there's a location over there. Oh, time to fight goblins. A goblin ambusher and some goblin skirmishers. I don't want to fight that. Ouch. These guys are focused on messing up your line. They give you traps, they give you nets, and they have this ambusher here who is a pretty good range fighter. Because we're in this weird terrain, which has a lot of level differentials, we gotta move. Let's rush them down. Hope that's the correct decision. Adrenaline. Rush them. Okay. Gonna attack this guy. Ooh, one shot. The ambusher moves a bit. Ouch! Gives us poison. This guy uses a net on our guys. Hey, we hit it. And we crippled him. Stab guts. That should help. We gotta get this guy to the net ASAP. I'm gonna move here. Get out of the net. Thank you. And shield wall. Just stay there. While we try and get these guys. I can't move to the archer, can I? No, I can't. Can try. I can't. You just can't make it, can you? Boop. We need this archer out of the game. Okay. They shouldn't be too good in melee fights, these goblins. Oop. They have literally missed all their hits. That's deadweed. I'm just gonna push this guy back. Shield wall. You can't hit anything. Which means you can move. Move. You can you push this guy? Boom! He took fall damage. Amazing. I don't want to go on this style, it's pointless. Boom! Dead. Can we get to the archer, please? Not yet. Ouch. Oh, can I get the archer? Not yet. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Missed. Can you push him back? No. Yes. No, we missed. Uh-oh. Our guy here might be in trouble. I can't get any backup here either. Okay. Oh, he survived. Reinforce. Hopefully that helps. Keep missing. Ouch. Get the archer. Finally. Kill this guy. Ah, he's saved. Hopefully. Take cover. Okay, so we got the archer here. Shield guy here has got a big debuff. Attack him. Attack him. Archer's gonna suck in melee combat. You just take a breath. If only we had a fast adaptation on this guy, we'd have hit at least one bolt. Ouch. Oh, he's got a special skill to move around. If I knock you off. Boom! Fall damage. Because we're in the mountains and stuff. You just run away. You at... Did I just see you at... You at 2 health. It's a miracle he's alive. Ouch. Ouch. Shoot the goblin. Missed. He's gonna go for my archer. Cool. Wait, are you the guy who's near the goblin? Yes. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him, no! He didn't have it. He doesn't have it. He might die. Gotta cover our archer. Oops. Get in here. Can we... I can't. He's gonna... either he blocks or he dies. You know what I should have tried? I should have tried for the pushing him off the ledge. Let's try that, if we survives. Oh, survived. And we missed. Use the skill to move, so he doesn't have the movement points left. You don't have the energy. Just don't risk it. You move over there. Move over there. Come on. Come on! Ugh. They're both exhausted. Gonna take my archer. Ouch. And he missed. Good. You don't do anything. You don't do anything. You push him off. Just died from the fall. Boom! He gives up. Oh, that was a close one. I did say I didn't want to fight goblins. Run them down. And we missed. Ah, close one. It was 5v6 and we almost lost 2 guys. We can, if we want to use goblin weapons. I don't remember if they're good or not. We'll have to compare. Anyway, we still need to make it to a location here. But now we gotta repair. Because we're all messed up. Anybody leveled up? Yes. Okay, HP. Ooh, you got a good melee attack. I'm gonna go with fatigue. And next tier of skill. What do we want? Deal extra damage against targets that have an injury. That's for shooting. That's for dodging. Oh, gain 50% of the character's current initiative as bonus range, melee and range defense. So that's good for people with high initiative and light armor, like our guys. High resolve, if we want high resolve. Hits to the head no longer cause critical damage. That's good. Hits to the head can deal massive damage and remove you from the... kill your guys instantly, so please do. Leaf, level up. I'm gonna take, at this level, Colossus for more hit points, because that was a close one. Also, how are the weapons? We've got a falchion. No, that's a short sword. Here we've got a falchion. 35, 45. Those are not good. What about the Boondock Bow? No, they're worse. Cruel Falchion. Oh, right. Right, those are the same stats, except they're worse against... No? No, those are the same stats, except nothing. Oh, no, they get a different skill. Slash. 10% chance to hit. There's also slash. It just looks different. I'm gonna use the human weapons. Now we just have to wait until this guy's got HP again. In like 2 to 6 days. Let's wait a day at least. The once proud fortress now lying in ruins. There's a chance, I think, that we can find out what's hiding in here if we just camp near it. I don't know how that works exactly. Okay, you're getting HP again. Ooh, your exposed ribs give you minus 35% HP, which is really bad. We'll see what we have in this tomb. These remains, whatever. Well, you guys' HP back. The wound's not gone yet. Let's wait for the next day to take over. You can see when our money drains. At noon. Did it get secured? No. Well, time to attack. A random location. You don't know what's in there. That could be death. Could be instant death. Hey, 8 goblins. I'm running away from that one. Ouch. Run away. Retreat! Retreat! We'll lose who we lose. Retreat. Some of these guys are not going to be able to make it out, I think. Unless they get lucky. Or unlucky. Archer's safe. He did manage. He's not gonna manage to make it. That was one of my farmers, right? Oh, that's Kicks. Oh, oh, oh. Can he escape? Archer escaped. My companions are escaping. Kicks is dead. Well, our first casualty. Hey, only one dead. That's not too bad. Well, no, we're not going back here again. Let's... Should we go back and recruit somebody or just try and find another location? Let's try and find another location. Goblin Hunters. I don't want to fight goblins. I don't feel comfortable fighting the goblins. Oh, there's orcs down there. Okay, I think I'm more comfortable with orcs. Maybe. Kind of. Let's get another mount. No, let's not fight orcs if we don't have to. Oh, there's an orc camp. An orc young, a few orc berserkers. I don't know if we can take this. One orc young, a few orc berserkers. If it's like 4 or 5 guys, I think we can manage. The orc young is mega vulnerable. I'm gonna try it. Let's see. It's 3 guys. We can do this. 3 orcs? Yeah. Let's wait them out. Where's the young? These are the berserkers. We gotta attack them. The young over there is in the shitty armor and has low health. 50% chance to hit. We miss. Amazing, amazing. Advance. Okay, we gotta rush them down because orcs have a skill that lets them rush ahead and stun your guys. So we need to go and take the initiative and stop them from rushing ahead. Honk. Adrenaline. Push him. Move up. Get this guy surrounded. He's already getting a bad morale. And we missed. Boom! Adrenaline again. Next turn. Okay, the bad thing is they have super mega heavy weapons and they deal massive damage. This guy's got a big debuff. Oh ho! Oh ho! I'm gonna push this. I'm gonna shield. 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 Good. Good. Kill this guy. He's dead. Take a break. We lost one. The AoE move. Stab him. They have low armor, so we can at least pierce the armor. He's gonna move up. He stunned us. We're getting slaughtered. One objective to get a location is ruining us. Bleh. Yeah, okay. Bleh. Well, it was looking alright until it didn't. If we had 6 guys, I think we could have done it. 0 points. We did 1 quest with that group. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing, except new company, which is gonna skip the tutorial. After years of bloodying your swords for meager pay, you've saved enough crowns to start your very own mercenary company. It's basically the same idea, but you skip the tutorial. With you are 3 experienced mercenaries with whom you fought side by side in the shield wall before. Same thing. I'm gonna make swordsmen plural. So lesson learned: don't go for exploring location on day 2. I can't. Got it. The red swordsman. Yeah, so as we can see, even with beginner difficulty, we got way in over our head. Should have gone for a camp, for a bandit camp or something like that. As you saw, they just once the orcs started rushing ahead, we just got like folded. You soak in the cool morning air as the sun slowly rises. So does a new chapter in your life begins. After years of bleeding your sword from eager pay, you've saved enough crowns to start your very own mercenary company. With you are Hakon, Gebard, and Halstein the Brave, with whom you fought before side by side in the shield wall. Your commander now, the leader of the Red Swordsmen. As you travel the lands, you should hire new men, many blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay. What do we got? Hakon. High health, okay fatigue, he's a tanky guy. Short-sighted, our companion. Gebard. Big weapon, good melee, good defense. And here we have Halstein the Brave, our sharpshooter. And we start into the city. Let's make it the town. Yes, so the town is randomly generated every time. That kind of stuff. We gotta hire some people. What do we got? A daytaller, a anatomist, a veteran, a bastard. It's expensive, but you had good gear and stats. Or a farmer over there. Get a farmer. They're good. Drunkard. More damage, more resolve, less chance to hit. Less chance to hit in the ranged combat. You're hired. You. Are you good? You're neutral. Are you good? Irrational. Has plus 10 or minus 10 randomly. Which is gonna be average, basically. And Iron Lungs. Ooh, plus 3 fatigue per turn. He's hired. And then we hire this guy too. If he's good, cool. If he's not good, we can fire them. His defense, HP. Meh. He's alright, I guess. Here we have Resolve, Fatigue, and Range Defense. Meh. And here we have, ooh, high melee defense. HP and range defense. They're all defensive. Sure. Let's get them equipment. 1, 2, 3. Get them weapons too. And shields. We are kind of low on weapons. And armor. Oh well. It is what we got. Let's go for the first contract. A guildmaster wants me to be a caravan guard for 200 bucks, and if we kill anything, we get paid 15 bucks per. We get paid 3 bucks if we kill something. Heck no. Next. Oswald the Guildmaster he's reading one of many scrolls. He angrily tosses it onto a pile of others. The people of Newmark are rightfully furious. Do you know a brigand, possibly in league with other vagabonds, managed to steal my crystal skull from us? That artifact is of immeasurable value to me, and the people, of course. You want me to get it back for you? The man points a finger. Precisely, smart sellsword. That's exactly what I want you to do. Follow the footprints of thievery and return the item to which I, the town, is rightfully ours. Or almost 300 bucks. Alright. I guess. Oh, they have an armorer here. Oh my god, they have actual armor. I'm buying it. That's gonna be our big... Give it to our heavily armed guy. Big armor. Oops. Okay, it's like tier 2 armor. 115 armor versus this Gambison who has 65. It's gonna help. It's gonna help the survivability, which is what we need. We gotta survive if we want. Oh, and so we can get some shields. Let me get one shield. Boop. Got footprints over here. Usually by the amount of money you get paid, you can judge somehow how difficult the contract will be. It should be less difficult than the contract we did last time with assaulting a location. Oh, 7 thieves! 7, huh? In the woods. You catch a group of brigands lodging your employer's property around. They seem shocked that you have found them here, and no time is wasted trying to parley. 7. They outnumber us. But we do have big armor. It's the woods, so they're going to be all spread out. There's 4 guys down here. 43 guys up here. Let's see how they first approach us. They're just inching their way forward. Let's take the high ground. Should I go over here? Nah, we can funnel them in here. Oh, they might go around too. Let's be careful about that. Shoot one. You missed. Amazing. Let's wait for these guys to arrive on us. We have a first contender. Stab him! Stab him! Ooh, that was a good one. Let's shoot one of these guys. Ooh, amazing. Okay, the guy with the heavy axe is... he's gonna have to go around. Otherwise he's never gonna get into the fight. We're gonna wait for these guys to move up. Bonk him. He's getting bonked. He moved up. Boom! Dead. First blood. They haven't even hit us yet. Boom! Second kill. This guy's going around. Intercept. Yeah, they're going around. Boom! Can't move. Uh-oh. Stab him. Oh, hey, he's got into position for my axe guy to bonk him. Boom, dead. I know that we saw another guy up here. We're murdering these guys. Come on. We can't do nothing. We missed everything. We missed everything. Dead. I think they're retreating at this point. Bonk him. We missed. Bonk him. We got him. What's up? Can't shoot nothing. This guy's almost dead. And he gave up. Oh, they all gave up. Oh, he managed to run away a bit. Run them down. That's free XP right there. can't shoot. So we have a couple of Daytallers in our group. I think they're all Daytallers. City folks who wanted to get away from the random odd jobs of the city. Hey, a Blodge Gambison. And some swords. The Red Swordsman should have swordsmen. Those who stole the Crystal Skull are dead, and thankfully you'll be able to find the item itself. The Guildmaster will be most pleased with your work. Let me just give the Blodge Gambison to somebody. Boop. And a sword. And a shield. Boom! And that's about it. I want to see what our objective is going to be, our special renown thing, before I stop the stream for today. Just so we don't get the same clear location. Also, the Guildmaster resting his leg on 2 dogs, each one passed on top of another. These beasts could rip my throat out, yet look at them. How does this happen? I didn't even train them, someone else did. I'm a stranger to them, yet here they are. You place the artifact on the man's table and slide it across. He leans forward, takes it, then places it under his desk. When his hands return, he's got a satchel in his hand, tosses it over. Yay. Can I read about the background of being a Daytaller? With no city work, Tel is known as a Daytaller, someone to ask whenever an extra hand is needed. Tel considered the fighting profession one that doesn't run out of work these days, so a traveling mercenary company seemed a good opportunity to clear his head. Clear his head, huh? Let me just sell the stuff we got. Oh wait, no, I'm buying. Oops. I was buying, not selling. I spent all my money. I spent all the money we just earned on these weapons. Amazing. Well, can I get another contract? I'm kind of poor. Also, the Guildmaster again. Brigands have been turning up in these parts for too long. Same story as before. They know the location. Ooh, we get paid 500. Might be a bit harder this time around, since people are only level 1. But I'll take it. I'll drive him out of a location. Fortification to some tugs, so we have the range advantage. We can just wait them out. There's only 5 of them too. Yep, they're coming out. Ooh, debilitated. Let's wait for them to approach. If they just stay here, they're gonna keep getting debilitated like that. If we hit. Oh, they're getting close. Might try to go around this side. If I push him. And I miss. Boom, stunned. Let's surround him. You get here and shield the wall so we can hold them back while we bonk this guy. Eventually. Yeah, because they have the uneven ground does give them somewhat good. Oh, he's got surrounded. 100% chance to hit. Dead. Ouch. Can you push him? Oh wait, no, you're over there. Bonk this guy. Boom! Dead. Move up. Get him. Dead. Stunned. Only 2 left. It's going well. Dead. Only 1 left. Get him. Ouch. Push him, and hopefully we can move in. Up. Move up and bonk him. Dead. Easy. Ah. That went well. We get my characters. Ooh, they all leveled up. So we'll do the usual. Okay, health. Good defense. Good attack. And we'll do the... you get a sword. And we'll do the fast adaptation. Oop. Fast adaptation. You're gonna be a tank, actually. Well, it depends. Does he get a good level? No. Yeah, so go for the tank build. By having high HP, high fatigue, and a big heavy armor. Boop, boop. And get more HP and adrenaline. You over here, that's an okay level. Get fatigue, high resolve. Interesting. And over here, you're just the mega tank. So get the tank stats. You need high resolve as a tank. Otherwise you're gonna break under pressure. Okay, and you get crippling strikes, so you can cripple the enemy with your strikes. Wait, did I just give him melee attack? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Good. It's going well so far. We have our Tree City folks who are getting used to the life. We did waste our first... Oh! Also the Guildmaster... Yeah, this is the same... Oh, wait. Oh, also the Guildmaster's disc is blanketed in dirtied and unfurled scrolls. He's smiling warmly over them, as he's crooning over a pile of treasure. Trade deals everywhere. Happy farmers, happy families, everyone's happy. It's good to be me. And of course it's good to be you, Sellswords, because your pockets just got a little heavier. You would have paid a larger satchel. But I just like... Oh, he tosses a small purse your way, and then another, and another. I would have paid with a larger satchel, but I just like doing that. He cheekily tosses another purse, which you casually catch with the sort of unamused aplomb of a man who still has fresh blood on his sword. Yay. Well, that was all the jobs we had. We're gonna have to move on. We still have decent supplies. So on to the next town. These are a couple of decently... That's a big town. When you see the tiled roofs like these. Over here, that's a medium town. And that's a small town. What's the world looking like? We've got some northern holdings. It's quite spread out. We got the Middlelands here. 3 towns here and 4 towns here. I think we should go over here in the 4 towns. We just run around in circles. We'll see. Let's see what our company's goal is gonna be. Oh wait, I could have bought some trade goods under their trade lines aren't ambushed. Hey! Okay, so either forge friendship or get for a location. I think we're gonna go with friendship for a town. Which means we're gonna have to go and take contract from one town and make sure to like come around often. Oh, hey, another contract. I figure you jump on the opportunity, no matter. It was I need a certain package. He wants me to deliver a package for 400 buckaroos. In Helfstein. Where's Helfstein? Helfstein. Hey, we're going there anyway. But I could get other contracts on the way for more XP. I think we're gonna go for the other contracts. Let me sell what I don't need. Are these Gambesons better than my regular big Gambesons? Yes. Okay, then we can sell the rest. Any trade goods. They don't sell them for cheap. So no. I'm just gonna decline the contract. Just so it can refresh. Okay, move on. On to the next town. We'll see if we can get a contract, and if we do, we'll stop the stream there. I think we got the game's like initial premise set up. Now we can focus on playing it. Sellswords, you're familiar with how dangerous the roads are. I need you to deliver something to Jadeburg a day from here. Please pay me when the work is done. 200 crowns when the work is done. To the northeast, Jaderberg. Over there. Yeah, sure, we're going there anyway. Yeah, pay me for going there. I accept. And also let me buy some stuff. He sells not cheap wood, but I'll take it. Anybody to recruit? We don't have money. Never mind. Well, now we're part of the trading caravan and just move along on its own. And also we can we don't have to pay for supplies. It's not that far really. Just next town over. I just prefer like regular fighting contracts so I can actually play the game by fighting. And getting my character's XP. Which is important. Jadeberg greets you with a swarm of day tollers looking for work. The caravan leader doles out crowns to men here and there, their grubby hands going through the carstone with the cargo. When he's finished with the trunk of men, the leader turns to you. He's got a satchel in his hand. This is for you, mercenary. You take it. A few of the day tollers watch the exchange of monies. Hey, I say that. A few day tollers watch the exchange of monies like cats would a dangling mouse. Jadeberg is now well supplied, so they get their stuff. I can't sell my trade goods here, but they do buy for cheap. I mean, they do sell for cheap. Nice. That was all my money in trade goods. Might be a bad idea. Oh, a weaponsmith. With a legendary saber. Just can't afford that, so move on. You find Eugene the Treasurer talking to a druidic monk, cloaked in shapes more familiar to beasts than men. Horns for a helmet, bear skins for armor, and the hooves of deer clattering around his chest in a brutish necklace. He's quite a sight. Seeing you, Eugene Treasurer waves you. Sellsword, it's good to see you. The druid pushes the man out of the way mid-talk. He speaks with a wobble in his voice, as though he were speaking from the depths of a cavern. A mercenary. Sure you are a man of faith, though. We at Jadeberg have lost the fetish of fertility. This relic is great import to us, for through it we can speak to the old gods and have our prayers answered. It's been stolen away in some manner or other to the bleached bones tomb. Go then retrieve it. How much do you pay me for that? 530. What if you pay me more? Never mind. Okay, well we got our next objective. Go to a tomb and get the relic. Over there. We might have to fight some undead, we'll see. Are my guys good for fighting undead? You have a blunt weapon, which is not ideal, because usually at low level, undeads have very, if at all, little armor and HP. You want to get fatalities on them so they don't get revived. We'll see, I guess. I think my men are in shape for this. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We'll see this tomorrow. For now, that's gonna be it. Okay, bye, okay, bye, okay, bye. Fun times, yay. Okay, bye.